We are caught in the middle of impossible things. Sin that entangles in selfishness that clings to the core of who we are, to our very being. Look at creation and the good that was supposed to be, but temptation and sin got the best of humanity. God took God's anger to all the insanity. Your sin, my sin. What fuels the fire? Does God keep track of all that transpires? What is wrong? What is right? Where is the line? This God of judgment who throws down a fist when I've done something wrong or there's something I've missed. We are caught in the middle of impossible things. With the sins that we participate in and the injustices we inflict. Who is redeemable? Who gets to choose? We place judgment on the sin that isn't even our own. The sin we don't claim or experience ourselves. The Kellys, the Kim Davises, the O.J. Simpsons, the Michael Vicks, the Jim Jones, the George Zimmermans. We display them to the world. We discredit the worth. We never consider that we are the same. These are people that are connected to us. We hear them. We judge them. It is easy to judge the sins we haven't committed, but it's also a sin to collectively ignore the needs of the poor. People are starving while our food rots away. There are decaying bodies that are dying from hunger, and yet we do nothing to combat the problem as our own food rots. And yet we wonder why God is so angry. Is it all that surprising? I am caught in the middle of impossible things. Where maybe sin isn't just sin, but it's something that affects me. But what really counts when it comes to doing wrong, if I'm not stealing or cheating or killing, is there really a problem? And maybe it's easier to judge the sins around me, but sometimes it's hard than facing my own reality. Am I better off? No, not at all. I lie and I lust. I boast and get angry. Wickedness comes up through my bones and permeates my very being. I am not exempt from the wrath of God, but I can't seem to shake the sin that entangles. We are caught in the middle of impossible things. Trying to understand who God is and the anger God unleashes. Is there more in this life than the sin that we choose, than the impossible things that tend to make us confused? Do I see any light in the midst of this darkness? Do I see it ever so slightly? Maybe it's just my own illusion. My vision is clouded. I can't see any hope. Is the wrath of God the only scope? There is injustice in this world. There is hatred and starvation. Maybe, just maybe, God has reason